Hello friends, this is Neelam, and in this video we will discuss why marriage is bad. Okay, so I suppose everyone knows what marriage is. We see people, married people around us, isn't it? Our parents and elders. So, I believe I will provide some reasons in this video to argue that marriage institution is bad, and in the next generation less people should get married, and there should be people who should not choose to get married but devote their life to some higher purpose. Okay, so present institution marriage, that in that marriage institution one person gets married to the other, and today monogamy is quite famous. Monogamy, we see example of monogamy structure in marriage, right? But earlier, I'm sure you all of you would know that people used to marry a lot of people, especially men, and men in power, and also ordinary people. My grandfather's father married thrice. So even ordinary people used to marry three people or more than a lot of people. So you can imagine that this system, monogamy, is quite recent. It's even like third, fourth generation. If you talk in your family, they might tell you that there was someone who married more than one person. So I like this transition. Okay, this transition, it's like people used to marry a lot of people, and then after some time they started marry, uh, people who you can count three, four, five, and way before in ancient time, maybe people used to marry so many people that they did not even have record. They would go somewhere and then in jungle for some time, or marry someone, or they went to some other country, married someone, came back to their own country, they forgot. I'm sure there are stories which you know prove that this narrative. But gradually there was decline in the number of people you can marry. Today I think it's still better comparatively than other time, but I want the society, the generation to take a next step in this, in this marrying a lot of people, then at least around 10, around 5, one person, and then no person. Because why do I think so? First reason I think um, has to do with not needing, you know it's not needed. It's no, marriage is not needed. For whatever reason someone marries for companionship, to have children, those things can be achieved without marrying someone. Okay, companionship, I mean, even before marriage, you survive, right? People, I mean, these days they are marrying late. Someone marries at 30, 35, some even marry at 40. So before 40, before 30, they are, they are also living, they are surviving, means they have friends. And also similarly you can have companion, you get companions from your job, from workplace, also neighbors. And you can make in this like booming digital world, you can make friends with so many things, not just people but books, movies, adventures, travel. You can marry these, you can have, make friendship with these things, these entities. Why to have companionship with another human being? So companionship, people marry for companionship, but it is not, very crucial. It's not something that you will get only in marriage. And second thing, people marry for children. Children can also be raised in society without marriage. For example, businesses are built, right? People live at different places, and for many businesses are like child, right? But still many people are involved and they raise a business or a system, organization, or any concept. Similarly, children can be raised. Marriage is not required. two people can live at different spaces, or they can be friends or girlfriend boyfriend simply, and or some sort of relationship, and then just meet to raise the child. There can be system like this. Why marriage is necessary? I don't think marriage is necessary for children. Yeah, children is necessary for society, but yeah, they people don't need to, have marriage. And so, why? Just third reason I would say people should just stop marrying, because it just takes a lot of resources, time, and energy which you can dedicate for some higher cause. There are so many problems in the world: pollution, climate change, global warming. There are so many loopholes in political systems, there are social problems. So if 50% of the population stop get marrying, and they dedicate their life to solve these problems, all sorts of problem, academic problems, social, political, then it will create a better society. 50% people can get married, and so that they have children, and they don't need to get married in a traditional sense where they have to, you know uh, live in one space, and just waste their time, take their energy, just demand attention. All they can live separately, and then still they can raise. So these are three reasons. First reason was it is not needed for the reasons you marry, companionship, children, but those things you can do it even without marriage. Second thing had to do with not, it just it just takes a lot of energy and things. In school days, in college, university, I used to ask my friends these very like basic life questions: do you want to get married, do you want to have children? And nobody said. They said, no, our parents want, society wants, they pressurize us, but we don't want. So individuals, when they are young, they are studying, and they have job, they are single, they don't want. Just that everyone says that because of our family, our parents, society, we want to get married and have children. So this chain never breaks. When they get married and have children, they pressurize the next generation. When this loop, when this chain will stop? People should stop. Like, if this generation, our generation, if let's say some of us get married, and so they should not. If you have children, if I'm talking to you and you're hearing, my friend, and even though you get married, first of all, I don't recommend to anyone, just have some higher purpose. But in case you get married, just don't pressurize your next generation. Let them choose. If they choose it, it's good, but you shouldn't pressurize. Any parent shouldn't pressurize their child to have marriage and children. And there are so many news coming in, uh, especially these days, which have like not good consequences. So for many many reasons, I believe that this institution should stop. It's not that the people who are already married, they need to feel bad. It's a conceptual thing, it's an idea that people can think, entertain, and implement in their life. So first, I would say that I like this step from marrying a lot of people to less people than one. But we need to take one more step and stop get married a lot of people. I think even though we think about this, still a lot of people would always want to get married. But even like at least educated class can start. So Europe is a very good model. I lived in Europe, and they marriage institution is kind of, it is not existing there. People have children, but they are not necessarily married. They live different places, they raise child. So these religion, marriage, these concepts are, you know you kind of vanishing from Europe. And I like it. I want India to be like that, especially when India is so overly populated. It has so many problems. Many of us should opt for not getting married and should not have children, and dedicate our life to solve some problems. So this is my view. You can share your view if you have any particular thought. See you soon.